Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 1. This is the first movie in a three-part series adapting the Crisis on Infinite Earths comic book run from the 1980s. It is part of the current continuity of DC animated films. I'm not as familiar with this one. I've watched a couple of them, but I haven't kept up with it to be able to appreciate the references or these versions of the characters. But because it is such an iconic comic book run, I was curious to check it out. And I felt like it was a movie that got better as it went along. So in the first part of the film, it's kind of tracking the Flash as something funky's going on with him and he's skipping around, and it's showing us all these important things in his life. And it's pretty chaotic. It's supposed to be chaotic. That's the vibe it's supposed to be in what he's experiencing. But perhaps if I was more plugged into this continuity, it would have worked a little bit better for me, but pretty wild and chaotic. And as it went along, and especially as you moved into the back half and the plot emerges, Flash's role in everything becomes more apparent, and it starts giving meaning to all these chaotic images that we've been seeing and how they're a pivotal piece in the journey that we're on. It started to work a lot better for me. And by the end of it, I was actually quite surprised at how emotionally resonant some of the beats are in the film, where they actually make you care about Flash and Iris and some things in ways I wasn't really expecting. Having seen many Flash stories before, many Flash stories before, they found something kind of different in there that tied into the lore of everything kind of going on and trying to save all these infinite Earths. And so the back half I thought got quite good. First half, I almost wanted to start over as soon as I finished it to see, like, okay, now that I know where this is headed, let me see how I respond to it if I go back to the beginning and watch it again. Another thing to talk about, I don't really like the animation style of this particular run of DC animated films that they're doing. It's one of the reasons I don't watch very many of them. I just don't care for the style. I just don't like it. And it looks cheap and it doesn't look interesting to me. So that's something to bring up. Like I said, since it ended on a high note, it left me excited to see the next two parts. Hey everybody, this week I'm headed to Florida for Megacon. I won't be playing with fire at Megacon. February 1st through the 4th in Orlando, Florida, Megacon. 6 panels, live video recordings at Megacon.
Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
Megacon. Meet me and my YouTube friends at Megacon. Megacon. If you exist, you want to be at Megacon. Check out the description to learn more about Megacon.